You think that killing Lobos is gonna make your dirt disappear? You think that if she finds out you did this, she's gonna cover for you?
Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody out there? So let's go ahead and do these shout outs. This was an epic episode. Like, it got me all like excited because I literally just saw it. Sometimes when I do these reviews, I watch it in the morning and then like later on in the day or right after or a little bit after, I'll go ahead and do it. But like, I just literally turned off my TV and came here to do this review. So I'm still like pumped up. I got so much to say. Can't wait to see your comments. You guys be killing me, I swear. So Archie, my boy Archie, you are definitely missing out by not watching Power. He said that he hasn't even watched it. I'm like, where have you been? We're like in what, season 3? Bro, you got a lot of catching up to do. But he definitely is great with music. He probably doesn't have enough time. He does a lot of the music that I use for my intros on my other channel. So guys, you know, check him out. All right, so let's see who else we got. We got David White, Mr. No Chill. Having Tommy off Holly the way that he did in that crime of passion sort of way was nothing short of poetic. Yes, I love poetry and all those types of things. Great effing episode and day becoming my favorite show after The Wire, of course. You know, I haven't seen The Wire. I think I saw one episode. I know, I'm late, right? Okay, let's see who else. Godfrey T said, hip hip hooray, Holly is dead. Now can we work on getting rid of Angela? No, not Angela. I like Angela. Like Angela, she's trying to get him on the straight and narrow. I feel like she believes in him. Nah, I like me some Angela. I'm sorry, I can't agree with you on that one. One more. TM said, Lobos' character is very animated. He brings out a kind of comedic aspect to a drug kingpin. I love it. I know, I effing love it too, right? I love how he's like, you know, he's just the way he moves, the way he talks with his hands and things like that. And then he's gay, so like that's just so, it's like so different from what you would think of a kingpin. It's like he just makes you want to laugh and he makes you feel like he's joking, but then you could tell that he's serious, like, because he got people behind him, you know? All you need is a team and you good, y'all. All right, so Tommy, he was sleeping in the car, and it seems like he's starting to lose his way. Of course, he didn't want to sleep in the house because that's where he killed off his girl. That's where he freaking killed Holly. So luckily, Jaime came, and Jaime kind of like woke him up, got him back into like into living and into society, because he was about to he looked like he was super cold too. It must have been a winter day, honey. So then they get back to the house, and he didn't even really want to like go inside because he's probably having like flashbacks or something like that. It's so sad that he's going through so much. I feel like he's been through a lot. He's going through a lot. Why? Every time I do these reviews, I feel like there's something on my lip. And no, not just the lipstick, like something else. Anyways, he just has been through a lot, and I feel like he hasn't had really anybody to talk to kind of like release that. Like, I feel like he needs a therapist, but then it's like, who can you tell all this stuff to? Nobody, right? Like, he needs some black market type of therapist to hold him down and that won't rat him out. So then Tommy and Ghost, they're back together again, like real official. They're coming up with a plan to kill Lobos. And Tasha, she goes over to see Tommy, and she's like, I've been texting Holly all day, every day. Where is she? So they kind of make it seem like Holly and him had some type of argument or something, so that she doesn't know more than she needs to know. Ghost, he's being hard-headed, having a lot of pride. Dean, the head of security, we're gonna get into this. Okay, we getting into it slowly, okay? So Dean, head of security, he's just like, I'm trying to still help him and be on his team and on his side, and you know, he saves him and everything, but Ghost is just like, you know, we need to part ways. Then Karen Basset, she's the investor lady, as we all know. She goes to the club to see Jaime, and I don't know, like the way they talk to each other, it just, to me, it kind of seems like borderline flirting. But I mean, I could be wrong. But then I guess kind of like later on, it kind of made it like squashing all that, which we'll talk about shortly. But I don't know, I don't trust her for some reason. Something about her just seems a little fishy to me. And Tasha, she's trying to figure out what's wrong with Tommy when she was like over there at the house and everything. And she kind of spills the beans to Jaime and says, is it because Holly told him about the baby? And Jamie's eyes opened so freaking wide. It was like, you know, but he tried to make it like, you know, he tried to blow it off real quick and just pretend like, you know, like he knew already and this was not a super surprise to him. He just kind of like played it off and went with the flow. So she didn't even like really catch it either. Jaime has this plan and he's getting all his people involved. He tells Angela that he's going to be staying over at the club. I mean, not at the club, at the hotel, because he got to do some meeting with this Karen woman. She's, you know, a little skeptical at first, but he has an answer for everything. So she starts to be like okay with it or whatever. And he does tell her that he's going to be going to, no, he actually invites her. And he knew, it was kind of like a reverse psychology thing. Like, you don't really want the person to come, but you invite them anyway because you know that they're going to say no. And it's like, you know, I did ask you if you wanted to come. If I was doing something, why would I invite you? Type of thing. That's, yo, he is so good, I swear. So that plan went perfectly fine. So now, like I was saying, I like the fact that he brought Tasha to the hotel situation, and that was part of the alibi, because now Karen is also part of the alibi as well. So he has both him and Tasha, you know, pretending to be husband and wife. They go there, and I'm like, okay, so now this Karen woman, at least she knows he has a wife, but who knows, maybe she don't even care. So we can't even like totally chop off the whole she still want him type of thing. But you know, she sees that he's with somebody for real. So now they go ahead and they're in the room. They make sure they're seen by the cameras. Then somehow he finds a way to slip out. They bring up room service. Karen comes to check to see if everything's okay. And then Tasha goes and turns off the shower after that. But so she would think that he was in the shower, and she probably like just had to close up real quick because she put on a robe pretending like, you know, they was doing something or whatever, you know, like she was naked. So I'm like, yo, they really had this stuff like really down packed. So Lobos, now following that, he was being transported to, you know, he was being transported or whatever. And Jaime and Tommy, they're on the move, as well as Mike. He was being sneaky, texting onto his desk because he got his people coming to pick up Lobos as well to just kind of get him to safety or whatever and get him out of I think he was trying to get him out of the country on the slide, on the sneak tip. So, yeah, there was like, it looks like they had like a really good plan set and in motion. But then the plan kind of got derailed by the Blood Brothers, which I would call them Ghost and Tommy. So Tommy, he was the one that was driving, and there was one other person that was in the car, part of the plan or whatever, but they ended up shooting him. Then they took Lobos into like some crazy location where nobody would find them. Like, they had this stuff down packed. Like, I even thought that Greg was dead when he got shot, because he got shot when everything started, because he was one of the people that was transporting Lobos. But they put those spike things that you put for speed traps, and that just kind of like messed up everything, shot all the cops and everything. And yeah, so Tommy, I really thought that, I really thought that Greg was done for. I thought that he was out for the count, because I saw blood coming all out of his mouth. I'm like, when I saw him after that scene, I'm like, how is this dude still alive? Like, maybe he had a vest on or something so it didn't penetrate through and get all his intestines or his lungs or whatever, because it was kind of high. I'm like, this guy don't die. I was really kind of hoping. I was like, yes, he's dead, because he's like one of those people, he's really trying to take Jaime down, and by doing so he might end up taking down Angela as well. So while this whole fiasco is going down, Angela, she was starting to feel a little funny about things. She's wondering if maybe, just maybe, her man is involved in this. Because he's not with her. So, what's up? So she starts texting him, but he got that covered, okay? So he has Tasha over in the hotel texting her back like, oh yeah, baby, I miss you too, blah, 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 blah. So it's just like, okay, if he was not where he was supposed to be, how would he be able to text me? That's why you got to do those phone calls, because I don't trust that texting business. All that modern technology, nah, bro. If I call you, you need to be able to answer. Sure, you could be getting your freak on and texting while you're doing it. Nah, homie, you need to call me because I can hear the breathing patterns. I'm so freaking serious though. It's a joke, but I'm serious. So now, when Tasha, she goes into his bag because she came up with this plan that she's going to have somebody shine the shoes because, that's more showing that he's there or whatever. He's got to get fresh. And when she looks into his bag, she sees that he has an envelope from Proctor there. So now, honey, a woman scorned. She is finding out that he has separation papers. So, she's starting to get pissed about that. So now it's time to destroy Lobos. And he's like trying to F with their heads because he's telling, first he was telling Jaime that he has people that's going to kill Angela. And then he was telling Tommy that he's going to have somebody kill Holly. So I think that once he said the whole Holly thing, I think that kind of like was like, what, F this, like, he ain't doing nothing. He's just bluffing right now. He's saying this because he's trying to get to us. So I think that's why they went ahead and was moving forward with their plan. Because they're like, we already offed Holly. Like, there's nothing you could do. At the end of the day, there's nobody that you can kill to hurt him. Unless they find his mom. And that might hurt him. But that's the only person that they pretty much have left to get to him. After, if they out his mom, like, he's going to not care about nothing in this world. And I don't even think he cares that much. Like, he cares, but, I don't think it's that much. So now, their plan starts to get a little foiled because they didn't realize that Lobos had a phone in his pocket. So, of course, that can be tracked. And the phone was given to him by Mike. So it was Mike that was calling to try to check up on him and see what's good because Mike's people, the guy that he talks to, didn't know anything about, like, he's like, where's Lobos? And they're like, oh no, like something went wrong. So now they're trying to find out where exactly it is that he is. Dilemas, ay Dios mío. After like a lot of working out and just running to get Lobos because Lobos had almost got away, they finally capture him and they shoot him. Jaime shoots him in the chest, although Tommy was kind of against it because of the whole he's being tracked and it's like, now where we gonna put him? We just gonna leave him out here? Like, this is kind of weird. We're gonna have a body just lying right here. But, I feel like, I don't know, y'all. They shot him in the chest, but I feel like he probably gonna, the other people is probably gonna find him before he dies. Just like how Greg Knox got shot in the chest and he's still alive. I feel like if Jaime really wanted to do what he was trying to do, he probably should have shot the guy in his head, military style, and just made sure that he was really gone. Like, they didn't check him, they didn't do nothing. I mean, I know they probably don't want to touch him or anything, but still, like, I just feel like that was a sloppy job right there they did with killing. I mean, I don't know nothing about killing nobody, but I don't watch a lot of shows to know, and I done seen this show and people get up and walk up when you think they dead to know that this dude could still be alive at the end of the day. So that kind of pissed me off just a little bit, y'all. So then Jaime, now him and Tommy are talking, like he's super happy. He feels like he's free. He's out of this. But Tommy, he feels like he really doesn't have anything to live for. He's like, that's good for you, but at the end of the day, he doesn't have anything anymore. So, he's feeling a little funny about the whole situation. It's like, I feel like he needs something to feel like he has something to do, something to keep him busy. He's not used to going legit, to doing the right thing. So all he knows is the drug game. I don't know how many years they've been doing it, but evidently they've been doing it for a while. So That's all he knows. Tasha, she ends up signing the separation papers despite her being upset about it. And she does kind of remind him that if he were to leave, she would get half of everything that he has. Or I think she could possibly get everything if she were to leave him, I think he gets everything. I don't know how it goes, but yeah. So she kind of just reminds him of the prenup situation agreement, okay? So yeah, following that, I knew that there was something odd about this Dean dude. Didn't I say that like 2 episodes ago? So now my hunch was right. Okay, so Jaime tried to fire him once again, and then he just started talking in another language. He was like, oh, so you probably, because he sees like, okay, this dude seems to be a little more calm and collected. He's like, oh, so you must have finished Lobos. How he know about Lobos? You know, like, Jaime's face was just like, for real? Yo, this is crazy right now. Like, and then things started coming together. So he finds out this guy is actually a Serbian. He used to work with Vladimir, and he pretty much is like a ruthless mother effer. Like, he is on some next level. Like, he will torture you type of thing. Remember Vladimir? He was like on some I'll burn you while you're alive type of stuff. I'll chop off your fingers. I'll chop off your arms and just let you bleed to death and still be alive, feeling the pain. Like, that dude was crazy. But they said that this one is even worse. And because we saw his shooting skills. So this dude be ready and prepared. Like, you know? So now pretty much the new ultimatum is that he has to go back into the game. He has to go ahead, call up his boy Tommy. Like, this dude straight was sunning him. Like, yo, have a seat. Told him everything. His name is actually Mulan. And yeah, if he doesn't do what he has to do, then he will off his family or he will off Angela. It's serious right now. When Ghost goes back and talks to Tommy, Tommy is just, he tells him that right now Angela is his soft spot and he needs to get rid of that. He needs to do what he has to do. And I'm like, oh my God, what is he gonna do? He's like, I'll handle it. I'll fix it. I'm like, wait. He's like, because they're ruthless people. What they do to her, she don't even deserve that. Like, Tommy was kind of messing with his head too, because Tommy just wanted to be him, both of them at the end of the day, like how it used to be. And Tasha. So he knew what he was doing too. He was like feeding little things into his head. So, you guys, oh my gosh. So he's just like, I'll fix it. I'm like, oh my God, what is he gonna do? So he goes back and he goes to Angela's house, well, their house, but it's about to be Angela's house now. And he just starts acting real funny and just telling her that Tyreek ran away and now he realizes he needs to be over there and he can't do this anymore. This is just a 15-year-old dream, a fantasy, and this is reality and he has to be there for the kids. And she's like, I never told you to choose between the two. And it was just, oh my gosh, I felt so bad. Like, I damn near shed a tear. I cannot lie to you guys. Like, I felt it coming, but luckily the scene wasn't too long. I was just like, yo, this is crazy right now. Like, and you know for a fact that this man is like in love with her. My battery's about to die. He is in love with her. So this crushed him to do. And, you know, she just couldn't understand it. And she knows that something ain't right. And she's like, just tell me the truth. And he's like, this is the truth. Like, but I feel like she's going to find out. She knows that something is not right now. And, you know, I think she's going to find out. What y'all think? What do you think is going to happen next, y'all? There's going to be a twist. And then it's going to be a cliffhanger. And then it's probably going to be the season finale. But yeah, you guys, this was a crazy episode. Then she started crying like in her house. And then he was in the hallway. He was crying. But then he had to man up and compose himself real quick and get on about his business. But yo, that scene was crazy. Well, this was an exciting episode for me. What about you? Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.